I've been collecting the spin fighters from the early 90s. Of course, the basic idea is you get 2 launchers, you load them up, shoot out the tops, and they have a little fight. Last one spinning wins. Either you need the 2 launchers here, whether you're using 2 from Japan, 2 from an arena set, maybe even flash forwarding to 2015 with some Dragon Ball Z launchers. The fact is, you would always need 2. You either needed to own 2 on your own, or have friends with a collection as well. Let's face it, spin fighters weren't that popular. Not a lot of friends would have the other launcher. You're probably playing with these by yourself. So why didn't they make a launcher that just shot 2 out in the first place? Well, guess what? They did! And pretty early on too. It was 1992 right on the package, before they even came to the US in 1993 from Japan. So they did do some double launchers, which seem genius. They work a little different than you would think, so we'll kind of go over. I believe this one is a fairly generic one, or it is lightly themed for Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Here's one new on the box. It does come with Ken and Ryu spin fighters. Only 1,800 yen. Not a bad price. Mega Man sticker. Well, I won't talk about that right now. It's a high-powered twin shoot double Charabobatti. Now there were other ones. A highly rare and expensive Dragon Ball Z from 1993. Unpunched card. This is worth at least $1 million, so let me know if you're interested in it. Otherwise, I'll just keep it in my collection. It'll be alright. But if you have the $1 million, I mean, I could probably part with it. Luckily, I was able to find a loose one unopened, which is worth a little less, but I think is broke. You can see the spring inside of how these work. You know, wind up the spring and it unleashes the energy. A little broke. Darn. But that's okay, I got another one. And this one's in fairly working order, pretty worn down, but it does still function. I even got this one, I believe this is a bootleg though, because it straight up says Thailand instead of Japan like these. So, unless there was some official release in Thailand, which I doubt. Japan, Thailand. Probably not. But it still kind of works. I'm not sure what exactly this is. I think these little robo dudes had spin fighters. I'm not sure. If you know what this is from, let me know in the comments. But the way they work is the button opens the trigger here, although you can see one does not stick out too much. So I said this one works a little bit, not very well, because it doesn't hold the thing in place very much, likely to jump out, which is kind of the flaw with these double launchers in the first place, is that you get them in there. Instead of hand winding them, we have a wheel, much like the turbo launchers. And that's gonna get this going. You can do it by hand, or you're supposed to roll it. Until that loud click there. And we have an instant matchup here. We got Goldar and the Red Ranger. Booyah! Much better for just, you know, playing around with them on your own. An instant matchup on your hands. Here we have some Japan Street Fighter ones. We got Chun-Li and Blanca with this kind of alternate color. This one, I think the tab sticks out a little more. The problem with this is that they kind of want to jump out when winding them, so you might want to kind of hold them down once you're doing the wind up. Because you can kind of feel them here, they're resisting, they're wanting to shoot out on their own. So you kind of got to be careful with it. There's the louder click, and so I wouldn't leave this laying around loaded because it's likely to just kind of spring out on its own. Pretty fragile, but if you're careful, you can get... the match going, and I think Blanca won that round just barely. You could even do Mega Man versus Napalm Man if you were ever able to find them. Very difficult to find. Let's try the old bootleg one. Still probably functions, but again, I think it's just not going to keep them in place. I mean, see, they're flipping out of there before I can even finish winding them. But if we hold them in place, no, the bootleg one just can't quite hold on to them very well. It is pretty worn. Maybe it worked when it first started, and it is shiny. So, yeah, hey, shiny. But it can't really keep them held down. Man, wouldn't it be cool to see Ryu versus Ken? Yes, it would. Let's open it up. I mean, come on. That's alright. It's only priceless old merchandise. It's fine. It's fine. A brand new double launcher. Okay, let's take a close look at these spin fighters too. Ryu with his got like digital text looking name for the spelling. Ken too. A little dark on the image. Hard to see. They are prismatic. They're not holographic. That's not how you would describe the effect there. It is prismatic. Less so than some of these others though. We'll say this has a lot more of the prismatic going on. But let's have old Ryu and Ken go at it. All loaded. Do 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 do. Let's go. Oh, Ryu with the win, knocking Ken out of the arena. You know what we can do? We have the double launcher. We can do two at once. But that means we can have a four-way with Chun-Li and Blanca versus Ken and Ryu at the same time. Isn't that what everybody always wanted to see for no reason? The answer was yes. Very carefully. Come back here. Alright, we got four-way. Which Street Fighter is the best? Gosh, Chun-Li just beat everybody. Let's look at the double launchers. Very cool, kind of difficult to work with. They're kind of prone to wanting to shoot out as you wind them. I believe there's a slam dunk one from the kind of basketball anime, and then we did find that weird bootleg one. And if anybody has a million and loves Dragon Ball, this could be yours. Just let me know. For ages 12 and over. So if you want to see more stuff about Spin Fighters US and Japan releases, I have a whole playlist full. You just keep looking at them. I got more stuff to show, actually. Just keeps going on and on. Plenty of fun to be had still. So I will see you in the next Spin Fighter video. Whoosh.